Roche Diagnostics Middle East is a cluster of 16 different country organizations, and in addition we have the management center here in the UAE. That means we have around 500 very passionate and dedicated employees who want to make a difference to the quality of life for patients. And in addition to that, we are supported by our partner organizations all around these 16 countries. The pandemic has shown us how important healthcare is to any solid and healthy society. For us in Roche Diagnostics, 2 points were extremely important. First of all, it underlined how valuable the dialogue between the different stakeholders in the healthcare system is. So we're talking about patients, providers, physicians, us as an industry, but also the authorities. So this profound dialogue that we're having with the stakeholders enables us to bring all the innovation out as quickly as possible, because innovation is only good if it lands in front of the patients and the patients have access to it. And in the context of the pandemic, we were really able to bring out a number of various solutions quickly in front of the patients as a result of this dialogue we had with the stakeholders. The second point, which is tremendously important, I think the COVID pandemic highlighted the value and the role of diagnostics and the importance it deserves. So let's not forget about 70% of all the decisions in healthcare are taken based on good and solid diagnostics. Whether it's early on in the process, where we talk about screening and the identification of potential risk groups, or whether it's later on in the process, where we talk about treatment, adaptation of treatments and monitoring plans. Diagnostics plays a fundamental role, and again, COVID has given us a new boost in the awareness of that. Diagnostics has again experienced an increase in awareness, and that's good, and COVID has again underlined how important it is. We contribute with various solutions to the healthcare system, whether it is the invention of new highly scientific medical innovative tests, whether it is efficiencies through laboratory automation, or whether it is the provision of new data management and data insights tools, and last but not least, the knowledge that we bring through our international experience and networks to the healthcare system. And let's not forget, Roche is a combination of the experience in diagnostics, but we also cover the pharmaceutical arm. So the combination of these two experiences brings us an extreme important contribution that we can give to the healthcare system. Partnerships for us are extremely important when we think about the future of healthcare. There are topics out like personal healthcare, but also value-based healthcare, where it is extremely important that the different partners in the healthcare continuum, again, patients, providers, physicians, industry, authorities, closely work together. A good example is where we just talked about the value-based healthcare with the different stakeholders of the UAE system last Friday at the Expo, and it's important to make sure that we jointly think about what's driving the patients, what kind of information do we need, what kind of processes do we need to establish to drive in towards the direction of value-based health. With 125 years history in Roche, we have this interesting balance between stability on the one hand, values that we always come back to like innovation and patient focus. But on the other hand, healthcare systems are developing, and there's a need to look into new areas, especially in the area of data management, of information systems, and how we use and integrate those data for healthcare decision. There's a lot we can do. And we engage with external stakeholders like the governments, like the insurers, like the healthcare decision makers, to make sure we address those needs in the different countries in the Middle East. We need to address the future of healthcare in the Middle East. There's a lot of vision, there's a lot of innovation out here. What we commit to is partnering with the external stakeholders and drive a few topics that go beyond COVID, obviously, because let's not forget, hopefully at some point we will be beyond the pandemic status, drive it to endemic, and then there are a lot of other diseases that need our attention. What it needs is continuous dialogue with the stakeholders, continuous commitment to drive the discussion about value-based healthcare, and there are a lot of interesting projects out here in the Middle East.